Dear cadets, a pretty good morning to you all. I hope all of you are fine at your sweet home, right? Today, this is the first live class with you. So far, I have taken class with you, but those were offline. And today, I hope this class will be fruitful enough for you as you will be able to interact. We all will be able to interact, right? So, are you cautious regarding your health, dear cadets? What about your corona condition? I hope all of you are concerned regarding the health of both yourselves and your family. Okay, dear all, without any more delay, I'd like to start our today's class. Today, I'll be teaching you on the topic prefix. You all are acquainted with this topic as we have discussed it earlier. Today, there will be an elaboration of them. Before starting our topic, I'd like to tell you what the learning outcome will be. That is, after the lesson, what you will be able to learn. At first, you will be able to know the definition of prefix. Then, you will be able to grasp some new vocabularies, and at last, you will be able to understand the proper use of prefix in the proper place. Dear cadets, if you find any confusion in any point, or if you face any problem in delineating the meaning of any word, you must raise your hand. First of all, let's know the definition of prefix. What is prefix? Okay, a prefix is an affix which is placed before the stem of a word. And what is the stem of a word? Okay, you all know that this is the root word. With the root word, if we add something, if we add one or more than one letter with it, then those letters are called prefix, and those prefix make new words with new meanings. You can also define prefix as a letter or group of letters that is added at the beginning of a word to change its meaning. Dear cadets, now I'd like to know from you what is the similarity between prefix and another term in Bangla grammar. I'd like to know which term in Bangla grammar is actually prefix. Please raise your hand. Who wants to answer? Okay. At first, Rakibul raised his hand. Okay, Rakibul.
Upasargo.
Upasargo, how?
Ma'am, prefix stands at the beginning of a word and also the upasargo of Bangla grammar.
Okay, does upasargo have any meaning in itself? Does it imply any meaning if it stands separately from the root word?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It has no meaning, but it can create meaning. It can change meaning of a word after adding being added with them.
And the same thing happens with prefix, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now, let's learn some examples of prefix. Okay, First of all, it's interesting that the prefix itself contains a prefix. See, prefix, antibiotic, awake, symphony, hemisphere. Dear cadets, you see the underlined parts of the words. Here, the underlined parts are the prefixes. At first, in prefix, the prefix is pre. Then in antibiotic, the prefix is anti. In awake, the prefix is a. In symphony, the prefix is sim. And in hemisphere, the prefix is hemi. Now, let's see the list of prefix. At first, A. A itself has many meanings, you all know. A is a determiner, and then if A is added with a stem of a word, then it is used as prefix. Now, see, which meanings does A contain? Okay, A has different meanings, and they are on, in, from, up, not, without. And see the examples. At first, aboard means on board. Then asleep means in sleep. Arise means rise from. Awake means wake up. Atheist means not atheist. And apathy means without pathy. Dear cadets, all the words are very common here. You all are familiar with these words. But there are two new words, I think, that many of you may not know, and they are aboard and apathy. So I'd like to know from you if any of you voluntarily wants to answer. What does aboard mean and what does apathy mean? Please raise your hand. No one wants to answer? Okay. Aboard means on board, and here see the term board is common. Board can be whiteboard, blackboard. That is common to you, that is familiar to you. But board has another meaning, that is boat, B-O-A-T, boat, or ship. Ship, okay? So when you are on a boat or inside a ship, then it can be told that you are aboard, okay? And the next term is apathy. Apathy means without pathy. Here, pathy means feeling or emotion. So, someone who has no emotion is called apathetic. And we can tell that that person has apathy or that person is apathetic. Here, apathy is noun and apathetic is adjective. Now, let's see other examples. The prefix ab has two meanings, that there, bad, and not. So, the examples are abuse, abnormal. Both the terms are common, so I'm not clarifying the meaning. Next, add. Add means to. So, when you tell adjoin, then the meaning is to join. Then, anti. Anti means before. And the examples can be antedate. That means before date. That is before the scheduled date. anti. Anti is a very common term. Dear cadets, see the difference between ante and anti. Here, you cannot use the same spelling for one word, for different words, okay? In place of anti, you cannot use anti. So anti means against or opposite of. This is quite common. When you say antiseptic, that means against septic. When you say anticlimax, that is opposite of climax. Now, antiseptic means some medicine or something which works against the rotten things or works against the agents which make something rotten. Okay? And I'd like to know from you what anticlimax means. What does anticlimax mean? Please raise your hand. No one knows anticlimax. Okay, Mumin, can you listen to me?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, fine, ma'am.
How about your family members?
Everyone is safe, ma'am. Everyone is safe and
Everyone
sound.
is fine. Can you be a bit louder?
Everyone is safe and sound, ma'am.
So what is anticlimax? Please explain. First, explain what is climax.
Actually, ma'am, I don't know the meaning of climax and so anticlimax.
Even if you don't know the meaning of climax, you have some idea, right? You use the term climax while watching movie or while reading a novel, right? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you understand by climax? This is a very common term. This is not uncommon. Anticlimax is uncommon, but climax is not uncommon. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Which idea do you have about climax? Okay, you stay tuned. I'll come to you later, okay? Junaid has raised, okay, 3 cadets have raised their hands. You must do it promptly, okay? You must do earlier. Okay, Junaid, how are you, dear?
Ma'am, Alhamdulillah.
How about your family?
Everyone is fine.
Okay, so what is climax?
Climax means a very exciting part of a movie or drama, or a very exciting turn of the story of the movie or drama.
That is the peak point, the most
Yes,
exciting
ma'am.
part of a movie or drama
Yes,
or
ma'am.
novel is called climax. So what is
So I can guess
anticlimax?
that anticlimax means that the who are watching a movie, they are expecting a good turn, or uh, mm, expecting some climax, but it doesn't go so. Maybe.
Okay, it's partially all right, partially right, but anticlimax is just the moment after the climax. After the climactic effect, we find anticlimax. Got it?
Yes,
After
ma'am.
the most exciting part, there comes less exciting part, right? So
Yes,
those
ma'am.
parts are called anticlimax. Thank you very much, Junaid.
Welcome, ma'am.
Okay, so moving.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you listened to Junaid?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now tell what is climax and what is anticlimax.
Climax is that part of a moment or an event or incident which is very exciting, and anticlimax is actually the moment after the climax happens.
Okay, so you have understood or you have just listened to and delivered. Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Now, let's see the other examples. First, auto. Auto means self. So the example can be autobiography. That means self-biography. So the difference between biography and autobiography is when someone else writes about your life history or life story, then that is called biography. And when you yourself write about your life, then that is called autobiography. Okay. So in Bangla, if we tell autobiography means Attojiboni. Okay. Next, bi. Bi means two. When you say bilateral, that is two sides. You are acquainted with this term, that is bilateral. Next, co. Co means with. When you tell coexist, that is two things coexist. That means two things exist together. Next, D. D means down or reversal. Examples are detrain, that means down train. Then demerit means reversal of merit, that is disadvantage. Next, die. Die means also two, bi means two, same. Here, dioxide, that means two oxides. As for example, when you say carbon dioxide, that means one carbon and two oxygens, that is dioxides. Next, dia. Dia means through, and example is diameter. Diameter, you all know this term. That is in geometry, you have learned it, right? The line which passes through the circle, passes through the center of a circle is called diameter. So here, that meaning through is justified here by the prefix dia. Next, this. This means not or opposite. That is, this is a negative prefix. In order to make something negative, we use this here. Examples are disallowed, that means not allowed. Dishonor means opposite of honor. Next, in. In means on or in. When you say enact, that means on action. That is, you enact something. And encage. Encage means in cage or inside the cage. Next, X means out of or former. So for meaning out of, we can tell extract. That means out of anything. Extract something from here. That means bring something out of this thing. And next, the next example is ex-student. You can also tell ex-student, where X means former. Next, ill. Ill is also a negative prefix, which means opposite of. Example is illegal. That means opposite of legal. Next, im. This prefix means also opposite of. The example can be impossible, that is opposite of possible. Next, in, which also means opposite of. Example, inability means opposite of ability. Next, ir. Ir also means opposite of. Example, irrational means opposite of rational. Okay, my dear. Now, I'd like to know from you what irrational means. Please raise your hand quickly. Only Rakibul has raised his hand.
Irrational means some number which can't be expressed as fraction.
Irrational means some numbers which cannot be
Expressed as fraction.
expressed as fraction. Okay, that's very good. This is a part of math. That is where you have learned root.
And another thing I have to say.
Root 3 is an irrational number, right? From
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Which one is irrational, root 2 or root 3?
Ma'am, both of them.
Okay. Thank you. And
Ma'am,
there is yes.
another thing to say. Ma'am, you should go to the slideshow because we can't see properly and some of our classmates are waiting to join the meeting.
That is, I need to go backward.
No, ma'am, you just need to go to the slideshow of the slides.
Okay, I'll do that.
And ma'am, some of our classmates are at the waiting room. They are waiting to join the class. So let's get them in.
I'm admitting them. Okay. Okay, I'll give you the slides. Or this is already uploaded in your site, and still I'll show you. Let's complete our class. Okay. Okay. Many of the cadets have raised their hand. Okay. Tasnim, I'd like to give him chance as he has raised his hand earlier. Yes, Tasnim, how are you, dear?
Fine, ma'am.
How about your family?
All of them are fine.
Okay, you are safe from any attack of corona?
No, ma'am, not in our locality. When around our house.
Okay, but in your family, everyone is safe.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. Okay, so what does irrational mean in the abstract form?
Ma'am, I know about that. It means somewhat illogical. That has no logic at all. Something like that.
That is when you show no reasoning, when someone has no reasoning sense or logical sense, then that person is called irrational. And someone who has logical sense is called rational. That's why sometimes we tell, don't behave irrationally, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next, inter means within. You all know that. Examples can be inter-school, that is within the school. Next, fore. Fore means before. So if you tell foretell, that is telling before. That means predicting something earlier. Suppose if I tell you that you must be board first in the next in your SSC exam, that is foretelling about you. That is predicting about you, telling something earlier, telling something before. Next, hemi. Hemi means half. In geography, you have learned the term hemisphere, right? That is half sphere. If the Earth is imaginarily divided into two parts, we find two hemispheres. There's northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, right? So here hemi is a prefix which means half. Next, Homo. Homo means like or same. Example can be homogeneous, that is same species. Next, hyper. Hyper means beyond or over. For example, hypersensitive. Among you, there are some cadets who are hypersensitive, that is oversensitive. So that is never good. Here, hyper means over or beyond. Next, hypo. Hypo is just the opposite prefix of hyper. That is, hypo means under or below. But here, the example is given here. That is hypothesis. Here, hypo doesn't mean below. Here, hypo means underthesis. That means when you imagine something in order to make some theory or in order to create something, at first you need to imagine something, right? So that imagination is called hypothesis. Next, mal. Mal means bad or ill. And the examples are malpractice, that means bad practice, then malnutrition, which means ill nutrition. Next, mis. Mis and mal both are negative prefix. Okay. Here, mis means bad, and you see the example, that is misconduct, that is bad conduct. What does conduct mean? I'd like to know from you. What does conduct mean? Margub.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you, dear?
Conduct means behavior.
Conduct means behavior. Very good. Misconduct means?
Misconduct means bad behavior.
Bad behavior or misbehavior. No, normally misbehavior we don't use. We use misbehave in the verb. Ill behavior we can tell. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, thank you. And how are you?
Ma'am, I am fine.
How about your family?
We all are safe and sound.
Okay, where are you? In Dhaka?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Next, you see mono. Mono means single. And the example can be monologue, that is single log. Next, non. Non means not or opposite. The meaning is just lying within the prefix non. You all know that. So example can be nonsense, that is opposite of sense. Okay. Here, monologue is also a new term which is unfamiliar to most of you, but if some of you know, please raise your hand. I'd like to know from you. Monologue. What does monologue mean? There is no one. Is it? Nobody knows. Okay. Farabi. How are you?
If I'm not wrong, Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Please be a bit louder, Farabi.
I'm fine. Alhamdulillah.
What about your family?
And all are fine.
Your younger brother is all right?
Yes, ma'am. He is doing classes right now.
So what is monologue?
And a long speech type something.
Yes?
Speech related something. And a speech, a long speech.
Okay. Thank you. Speech which is what should I say, which is delivered singly. That is, when there is only one speaker, that is called monologue. Suppose now I'm taking your live class, okay? This is not monologue because I'm interacting with you and you people are also interacting with me. So this is not monologue. But about the recorded class, that is the offline class, when I record something and upload it, that lecture is called monologue because you get no chance to interact there. You get no chance to talk to me. I myself am the single speaker, and that is called monologue. The single speech is called monologue when there is no one else to interact. Okay. Next, post. Post means after. Suppose you see the example postmodern, that is after modern. Then pretext means here, see, pretext means before text, and the prefix pre means before. Then peri. Peri means round. The example is perimeter. Then re. Re means again. This is a very common term. Even a child knows it. The example is here. Regain. That means again gain or gain again. Next, semi. Semi means half. And the example is semi-final. That is half final. Okay. Now, I would like to know what do you understand by postmodern? What do you understand by postmodern or after modern? What do you understand? And what do you understand by pretext? What is the Bangla meaning of perimeter? These three terms, please explain. I'd like to give chance one person or one cadet for one word. Okay. Please raise your hand. Farabi and Margub, the same persons. Nobody else? Okay. Binto. How are you, dear?
Hi, ma'am. I'm doing well, ma'am.
Fine. How about your family?
They are all well, ma'am. No problem.
They're okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm okay.
Okay. So which one do you like to answer?
Ma'am, postmodern. Postmodern means I think it's after this, or means after the autopsy means cutting the corpses and something else.
Oh. Okay. Thank you very much. You see the spelling, it will be clear to you, but I'll tell you later.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Sorry, sir. I'm okay.
You
Then
are,
that means after modern. Then that means after modern, something like this.
okay.
I'm answering this postmodern. Okay.
That is not postmodern. That is post-mortem.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
That
My
is
phone.
post-mortem. Okay. No, not postmodern or not
Okay, ma'am.
postmodern. That is post-mortem. That is after death.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
And postmodern means after modern. Okay. Thank you, Bintu. Thank you for
Okay.
trying. I'll come you again
Okay,
for
after that.
another word. Okay.
Okay.
Next one is Rakim.
Ma'am, I'd like to say
First tell how are you, Rakim?
I'm fine, ma'am. Alhamdulillah.
Your family?
I am fine, ma'am.
How about your family?
They are also fine, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Alhamdulillah, I'm also fine. Okay, so you'd like to answer which one?
Ma'am, I think you asked for the Bangla meaning of perimeter.
Perimeter, yes.
Ma'am, its Bangla meaning is nirdeshok.
Okay, and Anything else that you have learned in your math?
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't get that.
That what you are telling Nirdeshok, that Nirdeshok is not perimeter, that is parameter. Para, not peri.
Ma'am, then perimeter means সীমানা বা এরকম type something.
Porishima, that you have learned in math, right? In arithmetic.
Oh.
Perimeter. Porishima. When you join the four sides for rectangular, whatever you say, rectangular or square, whatever, then that is called perimeter. Porishima, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I get that.
Thank you. Next, Hasin. Hasin, how are you,
Assalamualaikum.
dear? Walaikum assalam.
Yes, ma'am, I'm fine. And you?
How about your family?
They're also going well, ma'am.
So which one do you like to answer?
About the perimeter, there is written that peri means round. Ma'am, I think it's not about the shape round. It means an area surrounded by.
Yes. This round is not shape. This is the area surrounded by. That is perimeter. And then the Bangla meaning is
Porishima.
Porishima. And that's why
Yes,
the
ma'am.
formula to find perimeter is just adding all the sides of whatever you would like to say, rectangle or square, whatever you or
Geometric
polygon.
figure.
Yeah, geometric figure. That is called perimeter. So this round is not shape. Okay, thank you very much for clarifying it, Hasim.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think there is nobody to answer. Okay, Farah B. He is raising his hand. Farah B, you would like to answer to any word?
Ma'am, all of our finished. Okay, sir. Ma'am, regain actually means that the thing that we
Gain
achieved.
again. Suppose you have lost
Gain
something.
again.
You have lost your honor, and now you have regained that.
Ma'am, I had a query actually.
Can you
If
be a
something
bit
which-
louder, dear?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Please be a bit louder.
And my question is the thing, suppose a thing I achieved in the previous time. If I achieve it again, will it be regained?
Yes. That is, you had something which you have lost and you have again gained. So that again gaining is regain. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And about postmodern, okay, Brinto said that postmodern means ultra-modern. We should not tell that as ultra-modern because postmodern means after modern, that is about the time period. Suppose now you are living in the modern age. So after modern age or after modern time, there will come another time that will be called postmodern. And basically now you are living in the postmodern era, in literature or whatever, in industrialization, whatever you tell, actually we are living in postmodern era. But that doesn't matter. This modern and postmodern here, they are about the time frame. Okay. And ultramodern is not about that. Ultramodern is that being residing or being staying in this era when you are acting beyond something which is not suitable in this era, that is called ultramodern. That is, you are living in the modern age and you are behaving something else, then you are ultramodern. Then you are not postmodern. Postmodern will be when the modern age will be over, then the postmodern age will come. Okay? I hope I could make my point clear. If not, you must raise your hand and ask me the question. You are welcome to do so. Okay, next we can see here that is sub. Sub means backup or alternate. That you all know. Example can be here subway, that is alternate way. Sometimes you use a bypass road. Suppose you are about to go to your house from academy by a definite road, right? But sometimes you use a shortcut road that is behind your dining hall and in front of your hospital. There is a road, the bypass road or the shortcut road that is used. That is not the actual road for you. So that road is sub road or subway. Got it? That is the alternate way. Next, super. Super means over or beyond, you know that. And here, supernatural is the example, that is beyond natural. Next, two. Two means this. And this is clarified in the example, that is today. Today means this day. Next, trans. Trans means across. Example can be transform, that is across form. Now you have come to the term ultra. Ultra means beyond. See, my dear, ultra doesn't mean after. That you have found in postmodern. Yes, see, post means after. That is after the era. And ultra doesn't mean after. Rather, ultra means beyond. So, ultra modern means beyond modern. I think among you there are some ultra modern cadets, right? They can raise their hands if they want to share about what they do in order to be ultra modern. Okay. Next, the prefix is un, which means not or opposite. Here, the example can be unable. That means not able. This is a quite common term. Next, vice. That means alternative of. For example, vice captain, or you can also tell vice principal. That is alternative of captain or alternative of principal. Dear cadets, this is the content for today's class, and now I'd like to give you an exercise which you will do right now here. That is given from the content, so that it is clear to you, it is easier for you. You will have to make new words using prefix, and the words are nutrition, able, spare, form, natural, text, conduct, legal, act, rational, use, climax. My dear, now you all must raise your hands. I will just ask you randomly. You will answer to the questions. Okay? You can answer to any of the questions you like. Okay, so raise your hand. I'll give you chance one by one, serially. That is, those who have raised their hands first, I'll give them chance first. First of all, Margub. Okay. My dear, which one do you like to answer?
The first one, nutrition. It's malnutrition.
Malnutrition means?
Malnutrition means that there is some shortage of nutrition in someone.
Okay, ill nutrition or shortage of nutrition. That is, in Bangla we tell opushti, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Next, Samir. Samir, how are you, my dear?
Fine, ma'am.
How about your family?
Everyone is okay.
Okay, did you have your birthday at your home this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you celebrate that?
Ma'am, yes,
But
but not something special.
There is no one to beat you. There is no roommate. No classmate to beat you.
Yes,
So
ma'am, but I missed it.
you missed it. Okay, your friends will celebrate it by beating you after this, after you come to your college.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, today's Kafi's birthday.
This Kafi's birthday. Okay, where is Kafi? We will wish him at the end of the class. He's present in the class?
Maybe not.
He should be. Someone please call him. Okay. Okay, Samir, you answer to the question. Which one you like?
Ma'am, conduct.
Conduct. Okay. Which one? What will be the
Conduct. Ma'am, conduct, misconduct.
misconduct? Okay. Thank you very much. Next, Hasin.
Ma'am, sphere, unsphere. Sorry, hemisphere.
Okay. There is no term called unsphere, so far as I know. Okay, thank you very much. Hemisphere means half sphere.
I sphere sounded by half sphere.
Next, Talha.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you, dear?
Fine, ma'am.
How about your family?
They are also fine.
Where are you now?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you now?
In my home, ma'am.
So everyone is present at your home?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So which word do you like to answer?
Legal, illegal.
Okay, thank you very much.
Ma'am.
Akin, which one do you like to answer?
Hello.
Ma'am,
Legal.
Which one?
ma'am, use, misuse.
Use, misuse. And there is also another term that is called abuse. Use,
Yes, ma'am.
misuse, abuse. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Abuse.
Next, Digonto. How are you, Digonto?
Ma'am, I'm fine.
How about your family?
They are also fine, ma'am. What about you, ma'am?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. So, at your home, you are enjoying or feeling bored?
Ma'am, both at the same time.
Both at the same time, how? It's quite paradoxical, right?
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes I feel bored and sometimes I'm enjoying, ma'am.
Okay. We'll come to you to know which parts do you enjoy and which parts do you feel bored. Okay. So, which one do you like to answer?
Ma'am, rational, irrational.
Rational, irrational. Please tell us the meaning of rational and irrational again so that everyone becomes clear.
Ma'am, rational means something consistent, ma'am. Something like that
Consistent and
looks
logical.
logical. And ma'am, irrational means that is not logical, like rational number and irrational numbers.
Okay, that is about number. Okay, thank you. You all shift to math and about the abstract thing, that is about the concept. When someone behaves logically, it's called what?
Rational.
Rational. Not rational, it is rational. Okay, tell.
Rational.
Rational. Okay. And when someone behaves that is illogically?
Irrational.
Okay, thank you. There is no one to answer. How can it be? Oshim.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, fine, ma'am.
So, answer. Which one you like? C. Natural. Which prefix can you add?
Prefix.
Prefix. What is prefix? Prefix.
Ma'am, which is placed after a word. Oh no,
Prefix is
before a
placed
word. Before a word.
before a word. Okay, prefix. So, which prefix can you add with natural?
Mm,
This is the easiest word, my dear. You don't know
ma'am, I can't.
what does natural mean?
Yes, ma'am.
What does natural mean?
Ma'am, can it be unnatural?
Obviously, it can be unnatural. Unnatural, supernatural. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Are you full? Okay. Some words are left. Those are use. Okay, use has already been told. Climax, text, form, able. All are very common terms. Able can be unable. Text can be pretext. Form can be transformed. Climax can be anticlimax. Okay, now let's see the question pattern. Here, you see, in your question, there comes both prefix and suffix together. And so I have given both together, but I have made the words in bold form, which have to be used with prefix. So, you see, okay, you see the question. The word beauty of a man is not his real beauty. His word beauty makes him a true man. Every man has certain born qualities whereby he can become a used man and thus a celebrated person. So, we may say that in values are more important than out ones, but it is very sad that we remain care about our mental development. We always remain busy with how to reach our outer show, which is really valueless. Okay, I have told the suffix. This will be your task, which you will do now. This you will read them and make it. Islam has raised his hand. Okay. How are you,
Ma'am,
Islam?
the thing is, Alhamdulillah, ma'am, I am fine. What about you, ma'am?
Alhamdulillah. What about your family?
Yes, ma'am, they are all safe and sound by the grace of the Almighty. Ma'am, the thing that happened is, ma'am, I didn't know that I had to go to the more option and then click on raise hand. I just raised my hand like this in the video, ma'am, and you didn't notice that.
This is quite interesting. Okay. Okay, so now you have understood. Okay, I'll give you a chance to answer to the questions in question pattern. This is also an easier one. It is easy for you. So I'm giving you a chance. Answer to the question. The dash word beauty of a man is not his real beauty.
Ma'am, all the answers is completed, ma'am.
All the answers are?
The prefix that you have given before, all the answers are completed, ma'am. I wanted to
You
answer.
have completed all the answers. Okay. I will show. I will see your notebook in video just after ending this slide. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
what can be the answer here? The dash word beauty. What word beauty will be here? Inward or outward?
I don't know this answer, ma'am.
You just guess. The inward beauty of a man is not his real beauty. The outward beauty of a man is not his real beauty. Which one will be true?
Outward, ma'am. Outward.
Outward, okay. Just think, you will be able to answer. Then, his dash word beauty makes him a true man. What?
This is also outward beauty, ma'am.
Outward beauty makes him a true man.
No, ma'am. Inward beauty, but I don't think there is a word like inward or something
There
like.
is inward and outward. Okay. Inward beauty makes him a true man. Every man
I haven't
has...
heard this. I haven't heard inward word before, ma'am.
Okay, so now we have heard. That's good. Every man has certain dash born qualities whereby he can become...
Unborn qualities, ma'am. Unborn.
What does unborn mean?
Unborn qualities.
What does unborn mean?
Is it something like hidden talents or something like that, ma'am?
Simply no word called unborn. There is a term inborn. Okay, inborn is the innate characteristic of a man which he just has just before, in fact, before his birth. Okay, someone is born with that quality. It's called inborn quality. Got it? So here, have you got it, Islam? Okay. Now I'd like to know from you, that is, can we use byborn here? Other people. Okay, I am giving you option to have your video. Do you think that we can use byborn here?
Byborn qualities, ma'am. Byborn is not a prefix, I think.
Very good, thank you. Normally we can use byborn, but while in prefix we cannot use byborn because byborn is not...
These are two different words, ma'am.
They are two different words. Okay, thank you very much. Hassin has raised his hand. Okay. Okay, Hassin, I'm coming to you. Inborn qualities whereby he can become a use dash man. What? Useful or useless? Okay, Hassin, you raised your hand.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Hassin, tell.
Ma'am, I was about to ask you the question regarding byborn, but you have already answered it. So I have no question now.
Thank you. Okay, so please answer to the questions, that is, whereby he can become a useful or useless. Okay, I'm telling you, that is, every man has certain inborn qualities whereby he can become a useful man, and thus a what person? Who can tell? Margub.
Ma'am, celebrity.
Celebrity.
Yes, ma'am.
Celebrity.
I think, ma'am.
Celebrity. Celebrity is a noun, right? So that can be thus a celebrity. After celebrity, there will be no noun, no extra noun. That is, no person will be added here. That will be thus he can become a useful man and thus a celebrity. But here there is another term, person. So what will be here? And you need to add something. You need to add prefix or suffix. But you have just omitted e from here and added y here. Then you have omitted a from here, added I here. Okay. What can be here? Others, please raise your hand. There is no one. Islam, can you answer?
Which one, ma'am?
Which one means? Which one was we asking? Which one were we asking?
Ma'am, I went to the.
Thus, everyone can become a dash person. What person?
Ma'am,
Celebrated person. Okay?
Celebrated person.
Celebrated person. Celebrated person. That is past participle, and past participle is adjective. We all know that, right? Okay, then so we may say that what? In values. What values?
Inner values.
Inner values are more important than
Outer values.
Outer ones. Here you see the grammatical items, that is one. With one s has been added, that is one has become plural, once. Why is it plural? Why once is plural here?
Ma'am, this denotes and on types means that types, inner types, all inner types, a number of inner types.
Okay, this once, actually this once denotes
Is a pronoun.
values. As values are plural, so once will be plural here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, but it is very sad that we remain careful or careless?
Careless.
Careless about our mental development. We always remain busy with how to
Enrich our outer
show, which is really
valuable.
valuable.
No, unvaluable, ma'am. Unvaluable. Unvaluable.
Who can tell the correct answer?
Unvaluable, ma'am.
There is no term called unvaluable.
Valueless, ma'am. Valueless.
Valueless. Some. Can you listen to me?
Yes, ma'am.
There is a term called invaluable. Invaluable means amullo, and that invaluable is a positive word, not a negative word. Got it?
Amullo?
Yes, that is too much valuable. That is called invaluable. So invaluable is not a negative term. Valueless is a negative term. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's take your homework. That is, you will write down all the vocabularies on your notebook taught in today's class. Okay, I will show the slides again. But before that, I'd like to tell you that you must be cautious about your health. You must make your parents and siblings cautious that they should not go out for unnecessary reasons. And if you have dire necessity, you can go, but you must use your mask and you must use hand sanitizer frequently. Okay? So stay safe, stay clean, and build awareness among your family and relatives. I hope you will have a safe return and we will meet you soon. You will be healthy safe and sound. That is our only concern. Okay, so stay fine, and that's all for our today's class.